Hey, it's your pal Palamation, and I am here with a talking sock.
That's me.
All right, so I got the whole little list written down, everything that was in the direct. But before I start talking about that, can we take a moment to just say screw Nintendo?
Yes, we can,
Like,
absolutely.
really?
Nintendo has been really I don't know what it is. And what's really ironic about it is that they stopped doing things live, like premiering things live and announcing it beforehand around the same time I started my channel. Like the last one was the Min Min Smash presentation. That was probably the last Nintendo Direct-esque thing to be premiered live and announced ahead of time.
Yeah, no, it stinks because you know, there was that whole thing saying that everyone was saying it was gonna be last Friday, and so I took off work for it and everything. And then, of course, midway through work today is when they finally decided to release it. No, like I could have taken today off if I would have known ahead of time, but nope, I had to just rush out of work as fast as I could. I think I left like 2 hours earlier than I normally do. But you know, all in all, I feel like we got ours at a good time. It was probably oversaturated, like the second the thing came out anyway.
That's a what can you do kind of situation.
My hope is just once all this virus stuff dies down that they start going a little bit back to just announcing stuff. Although I don't know what's stopping them from just going on Twitter and being like, hey, direct tomorrow.
Yeah, I really don't get it. And you know, people can be mad or miffed at the leakers all they want for, you know, sharing dates that they've heard rumblings about, but you know, they have no responsibility for how you hype. Who does have the responsibility is Nintendo. They really should be the ones officially announcing when things are coming out. But, you know.
Yeah, no, my last little bit on that is definitely, I agree with you there. It's just like, I don't blame leakers at all. I think that they were giving us something to talk about because Nintendo sure as crap wasn't.
They sure as crap were not.
Alrighty, so yeah, you want me to just go down the list?
Yeah, please do. What's our first item for discussing here?
Alright, our first item, it's a smaller one. We got the Mario Game & Watch. Basically, it looks like it's just a little Game & Watch. You can play Mario Bros. On it. I'm probably going to end up getting it. Besides that, it doesn't look like there's really much to it, unless you're a collector or just love playing Mario Bros. That much.
Yeah, I'm not a big spender. I'm very frugal when it comes to money in many ways. So
oh, yeah.
I very safely can say I am not getting that Game & Watch. But I do think it's nifty, especially for, you know, I know that you're big on collecting Mario stuff.
Oh yeah.
So.
That Mario Sunshine figure that you saw me hold at the end of the video, I had to get him for like 120 bucks on eBay.
Gracious.
That, to be fair though, that's probably the most I've spent on a Mario collectible.
There you go then.
I do have my limits, but he was just like the rarest of the rare. I had to get him. Alright, so you ready for next one?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, next one is probably the biggest, the second biggest thing in the whole direct. We got the Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury, which I misread as furry when it first showed up.
Bowser is a furry in this game.
No, exactly. I was like, to be fair, watching a bunch of people running around in cat suits, it kind of just puts the word in your mind. But you know what? Mario can get away with it.
Mario, he's been getting away with it for decades, man. He did the Tanuki bit in Mario 3.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, you saw my animation I made on it. I already put a joke in there for that.
Yes.
But yeah, what are your thoughts on the 3D World port?
It feels inevitable. Like, I feel like ever since the Nintendo Switch came out, you know, with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Pokken Tournament DX and all those other Wii U ports, people said Super Mario 3D World is practically guaranteed. So a little surprised that it took them this long to get it out, but you know, you gotta pepper your releases here and there sparingly. You know, not too much old stuff at once, not too much new stuff.
Yeah.
You know, at once. You don't want to blow your load all at once.
Yeah, no, that's what my thoughts exactly. Like it had to be coming. It was easily one of the biggest games on the Wii U, and I'm shocked too that it really took them this long to get it out. But I guess maybe this was just their plan from the get-go. They're like, Mario's 35th will be coming up eventually. We'll just wait for that.
Oh, for sure. I wonder, like, you know, I don't wonder, I feel pretty confident, actually. Splatoon 2 and Mario Maker 2, they had Mii vs. Dead Rest in peace, Miiverse. But they do have their own dedicated little Miiverse posting community within the games themselves. I assume that'll be the case for 3D World because the stamps were a pretty major collectible, if I recall correctly. So.
Oh, I do hope that they implement that in some sort of way, because I loved seeing all the little Miiverse stuff when I played through it on the Wii U. I think it's cool having that little sense of community when you're just sitting there playing by yourself.
Absolutely. Stamps were my favorite part of the NES Remix games. Getting all those little character sprites and putting them in different situations and sharing your high scores. That was a lot of fun. NES Remix, by the way, mark my words, next year NES Remix is getting a port to the Switch.
Oh, I'm pretty sure any and every Wii U game that sold even above 10,000 units is gonna get a port to Switch.
Absolutely.
No, yeah, because that's the crime with Wii U. Is I love the Wii U. I thought it had some amazing games. It didn't really get the audience that it needed. But I'm glad to see all the good games are coming to the Switch, so they can still be appreciated and get what they deserve.
Now, Bowser's Fury, we see rain on the screen and a temple that has a sort of Aztec/Cat Mario look to it. Well, what are we thinking that's about?
Yeah, I was really just... My eyeballs were all over the place watching that. I was looking at how different the trees looked. Like, the environment just looked completely different from anything else we've seen in 3D World. And, yeah, I don't know if it's going to be just, like, a new world or, like, a whole new little sub-game. But I'll admit, I've been seeing a bunch of people talking about new characters, and I got Link in my head. And at first I saw the temple and, like, the different-looking environment. I was like, oh my god, could this actually be Link? And I don't think he's coming. I think it's pretty obvious he's not. But...
yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect here. I think it's going to be more than just a single world. I'll say that much.
Probably. The fact that it's called Bowser's Fury makes me think that it's just a continuation right from where the game ends.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Bowser's still alive and he's gone right back to his antics, has some sort of a new plot. Maybe he kidnapped somebody, maybe he's threatening to find some ancient artifact, which is why we see temples and whatnot. I don't know for sure, but Bowser's up to something and he's got to be stopped. Final answer.
I could definitely, I could see it being like how the special worlds are in 3D World, how we got like 4 special worlds. I could see Bowser's Fury being about like roughly 4 worlds long. It might not be split up like that, but I could see it being about that long.
Yeah. It's something like a hearty little extra something.
Yeah.
Not enough to warrant making the game $60, but something.
Yeah. I'm really curious how they're gonna do the final battle in that, because the final battle in 3D World was pretty crazy. Like, you fought Catsuit Bowser, and there was like 10 of them running around everywhere. I'm really curious how they're gonna one-up that in Bowser's Fury.
20 Bowsers.
Oh, shit.
35 Bowsers.
30? Oh,
it's
that's what it's gonna be.
Anniversary. You gotta have 35 Bowsers.
Man, my Switch is gonna be crying trying to process all that. 35 full HD 720p, whatever it's gonna be. Bowser's running around on screen. It'll be alright.
Bruh.
So, yeah, I
think...
Oh, go ahead.
Speaking of 35 things running on screen, am I jumping ahead here, or is Super Mario 35 the next item on the list?
I was just about to go straight to it. Yep, you got it right. Next item on the list.
Right on.
This, I think, honestly, this was one of the best surprises to me. I was pretty hyped when I saw that.
I'm a little mixed on it. Apparently, the game is going to end, like it's only available till March of next year. I'm not entirely sure why Nintendo would have it. Or actually, no. I know exactly why it's limited. Nintendo wants people to renew their online subscriptions ASAP. You know, they're probably going to be expiring around this time because they introduced it in September of 2018, whatever it was. So, you know, if Mario 35 is available in April 2021, people might not renew their subscriptions right away. So, there you go, I guess.
That might actually be it. I had the same thought process of not getting why they were doing it. Like, I don't get why, even the 3D remasters, which we'll talk about, you know, later, but even those are a limited
when we
release.
Get to it.
Which that had nothing to do with online, so I don't know what they're going on about. Maybe they're like trying to create a sense of like urgency to try to just get people to buy these as fast as they can.
Absolutely, that's probably it. But as for the game itself, it looks fun. It looks fine. The trash mechanic of sending enemies into people's games is going to be it's going to be rage-inducing. People are going to pull their hairs right out of their head trying to play Mario, and then all of a sudden a spiny just appears in front of them.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you, I plan on streaming that. It looks like fun to stream, and hopefully people who like watching me get angry are gonna have a lot of fun, because I'm a lot better at modern Mario than I am 2D, so I'm gonna get demolished even if we were just playing the game without sending each other all that crap. But yeah, no, I'm gonna be probably hooting and hollering.
Yeah. Did you ever see that fan game from a couple years back? That was just Mario Brothers, the NES game, but there were 99 Marios on screen.
Oh, I did.
The gist of the game, Nintendo took it down, obviously, because they hate fun and tributes and support and love. But
yeah, can't all be Sega.
It was, yeah, they can't all be Sega. But it was 99 Marios on screen at once. Only one of them was you, and the rest were like semi-transparent, and you couldn't, like, they were essentially Mario ghosts. And you'd race each other to beat the game or the first world or something like that. And yeah, I'm thinking if that's the sort of thing fans can do, you know, and host online for free, I can't see why this couldn't have been Mario 99, or why, you know, the Marios couldn't all be on the same screen. But, you know, it's what it is. I'm sure they have their reasons.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, even with a little bit off topic, but I remember even with like Smash Bros on the 3DS, how they couldn't give a Smash run with all 4 players on the screen together. And it'll just, yeah, they do things a little weird, as much as I love them. All right, ready for
that's for certain.
Ready for the next one? This one's definitely going to be way more of a me than a you.
Yeah.
Because we got that
it.
Mario Kart. Was it live? Mario Kart Live.
It was Mario Kart Live Home Circuit.
Oh, okay, yeah. That like I'm definitely going to be getting the toy, and I'll probably mess around with it for a little bit. I'll say the weird thing to me is, like, I don't get the sense in having a toy that drives around your living room if you have to stare at a screen the whole time.
Maybe there's a non-game mode.
Or I guess it's still fun driving around your living room. I have a feeling people are going to get pretty creative with that. Like, they're going to take Mario crazy places and probably upload their videos of them driving Mario around all these insane environments.
Absolutely. I think, now, I don't know whether or not this will be a feature, but I think it would be a smart idea to make it so that you can save courses and then play them on your Switch without the toy.
Ooh.
You know, because you've already got the Switch controls there, so if you, like, make a course that's your living room, whatever, but then you're on an airplane or something and just want to play a little Mario Kart, you'd be like, I miss home, I'm going to play Mario Kart in my living room that isn't here.
Ooh, that's a really good idea, actually. Yeah, they should definitely do that. Like, I feel like for me personally, unless they, like, yeah, they start adding really cool stuff like that or something crazy, I could see it being something I mess around with for, like, a week or two and then probably not touch that often.
Perhaps.
But hey,
I believe I heard that these things are going to be priced at $100 each. Like, there's a Mario set and a Luigi set. Each are $100.
Damn it, I already got to buy Mario Pumas. They're gonna be Mario's. Oh yeah, no, I saw all that crap coming out. I was like, Mario's gonna be breaking my bank, and you know, I feel like that's a good segue to just start talking about all the Mario, the little My Nintendo missions that they have, where you can just get a crap ton of Mario stuff by doing them.
I'll say I was surprised to see that My Nintendo Rewards is actually offering something physical and kind of neat with those Splatoon Mario mashup keychains. Because I feel like ever since they introduced My Nintendo and Club Nintendo went the way of the dinosaur, they've only really been giving away like phone wallpaper and, you know, useless stuff like that.
Yeah, I actually, my birthday's this month, and I got an email from Nintendo. It's like, happy birthday, here's some wallpapers. I was like, wow, thanks. I feel so loved by you guys. Wallpapers that I could easily just Google search and get myself. But no, I'm happy to see all the physical stuff. I think the pin set is what I'm gonna be gunning for, especially seeing like 64 and Sunshine Mario drawn in like the OG Mario art style. It's really cool.
Oh yeah, that is nifty, for sure.
And no, like I said, I'm a huge Mario Brothers 3 Mario World art style is my all-time favorite. So just seeing stuff drawn like that, like, and having collectibles of it, yeah, that's a win-win for me. Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of just the next thing I've written down on the list is just talking about the Smash Bros and the Splatoon Fest. And honestly, like, this is their chance to put Mario Sunshine stuff in Splatoon. It only fits perfectly.
Yeah, with all of the evergreen Nintendo titles, online titles, getting all of these Mario events.
Yeah,
I don't know if they'd put Sunshine Mario in Splatoon. A, because that's just too good to be true. But B, that's kind of the anti Super Mario Sunshine. Like, Splatoon is all about making a mess everywhere. In Sunshine, you're cleaning it up.
Well, I could see them making some kind of, like... Okay, I'll be right. I don't play Splatoon, so I might be just talking out my butt here. But I could definitely see them, like, making maybe some kind of little blood accessory where you could just go around and start, like, erasing the other team's paint if you want. But, oh, I don't see them doing that, but that's definitely an idea. But just seeing them do something with Mario and Splatoon is pretty cool. It looks like, I'm guessing, they'll, like, ketchup mayo thing again, but this time it's Mario.
Right, yeah, Splatfests. They've been doing this since the first game, where they'll have an online event whereby two teams will compete, and it'll be over trivial, you know, this or that arguments.
Oh, no,
which is really fun.
Yeah, I have a friend that's really into Splatoon, and she was showing me all the, like, little online community stuff and, like, all the memes that were being made about, like, ketchup and mayonnaise, and it cracked me up. So I'm not a part of it, but it looks really fun. Now, the part I'm excited about...
ARMS...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was gonna say, ARMS is one of Nintendo's online evergreen titles that I feel like just doesn't mesh well with the cross-promotion aspects. Because one of the things I love about it, but what's kind of gimped it in terms of having longevity post-launch, was the fact that it's so enraptured in its own world. You know, like, all the stuff that they did post-release does a lot more to explore the world, not outright saying this is how this works or this is who this is, but having artwork and scrolls and secrets and things that make it fun to theorize about. So, you know, in place of Splatfest, ARMS does Party Crash, which is just where you pick two characters to go head-to-head. Not like which came first, the chicken or the egg, but who do you prefer, Springman or Ribbon Girl? So, you know, I'm not surprised to see that ARMS doesn't have anything Mario Celebration-wise going on, but I really hope that the game gets a sequel sometime soon, because it's one of my favorites, and I really hope it turns into a series.
I'm just gonna say that I think Thousand-Fold Mario would fit perfectly in. Just take him right out of Paper Mario and throw him in there. Maybe. Problem solved.
You probably could. All of the ARMS characters have a little movement gimmick to them that makes them different. And if Paper Mario could, like, you know, he's kind of slow, but his dodging game is superior because he can just
turn sideways,
turn 180 degrees and be unhittable. Oh, that actually probably be pretty fun.
Yeah, I don't see Nintendo ever doing it, but I haven't really played. I played ARMS a couple times, but like if you really wanted to get me into ARMS, yeah, chuck that in there and I'd be 100%.
Well, yeah, we talked a little bit about the Mario Kart thing already, but I was gonna say in my live reaction, I was so relieved that it wasn't like an actual Mario Kart game, because the dev team, Nintendo EAD 2 or 3, I think, are the same team who develop ARMS. You know, the same musicians, artists, programmers, director, producer, everything. So if they're going to work on Mario Kart 9 right away, I'd snap my fingers, slap my knee, and go, darn it, ARMS is never getting a sequel.
Oh. No, don't worry, I think you're safe. Mario Kart 8's the best-selling game on Switch, and I think Nintendo should honestly focus to just adding more to that than creating a whole new Mario Kart. Like, give us more DLC.
They honestly should.
Like, give us Kirby characters. Give us like Kirby and Meta Knight, and give them like Warp Stars to drive on.
Well, I'd even go so far as to say if Nintendo wants to try another racer, you know, do Diddy Kong Racing, do F-Zero, do Excitebot, do anything else. You know, all these other franchises lay in dormancy while Mario Kart, you know, gets iterated on every console.
I would chop off my right arm and throw it over the GameStop counter if it got me Diddy Kong Racing 2.
Hell yeah. All right, what's our next item?
All right, next item. Just kind of still going in with all this is just talking about the Animal Crossing getting Mario furniture. Based on Animal Crossing's past, this isn't a surprise at all. Like I remember the Pocket Camp, they gave you like Mario outfits and stuff, which of course is when I stopped playing Pocket Camp, so I got none of it.
Right. Yeah, I'm not a big Animal Crossing guy, not a big life simulator kind of guy. I mean, you know, a lot of people, it's selling like hotcakes. People love, love, love Animal Crossing, and I couldn't be happier for them. So, you know, kudos to you.
I won't get into the presidential debate at all, but yeah, I saw even like even that's getting involved in Animal Crossing at this point.
Yeah, this just echoes of Pokemon Go to the polls.
Oh my gosh, it's cringe for sure.
The American Democrat Party just does not know how to appeal to the youth. And the Republican Party doesn't even try, so whatever.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to say any political opinions, but I'm not going to be putting Joe Biden stuff on my Animal Crossing.
Right.
Love him or hate him. I'm just going to... My Animal Crossing is escape from the real world. I don't want to put the real world in Animal Crossing.
No, I agree 100%. Except I definitely put in a Genghis Khan floor sign.
A Genghis Khan?
Despite the fact that he's recently been canceled on Twitter.
Oh, it's funny. No, I think I'm definitely like I stopped playing Animal Crossing a while ago. I still go back every now and then because 90% of my time spent on Animal Crossing was just making the little sprite designs because I love doing sprite work. But I'm definitely gonna go back on just to get all the Mario furniture and make myself a Mario house.
Make another showcase video like the one you did a couple weeks or months back. You made all those Nintendo outfits and showed them off. That was really nifty.
Oh yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that. I think the Marvel ones were my peak. I learned how to make metallic textures pretty well, and I just kind of ran with it. Yeah, next thing on my list, it's very, very tiny. Probably tiniest thing on here is the Mario Pumas. I'm buying them. I go running a lot, so...
Yeah, you know who else goes running a lot?
I'm gonna guess a sock.
Nope, it's Mario.
Oh, Mario.
I don't go running a lot.
Don't.
I don't have feet. I do have feet. Don't ask for pics. You're not getting them.
Damn it. All right, everyone in the comments, start asking. He's got to give in to the pressure eventually. Yeah, but...
Right, so, next item up.
All right, are you ready for it?
I'm
it's
ready.
Mario All-Stars 2D.
Heck yeah.
Finally getting the Mario All-Stars we've all been waiting for, the 2D Mario All-Stars put on the Switch.
It's, you know, it's what it is. Don't have much to say on it. It's another one of those things that sort of felt like an inevitability.
Yeah, honestly. It's funny because, like, I guess it's nice that they're doing the All-Stars version. I was going to say, because I can just play all the normal versions on my Nintendo Online anyway. But the All-Stars version is, to me, the superior version, especially if you want to play Lost levels. Because the only way to get the secret worlds is to beat it 8 times in a row on the original.
Right. So what else do we have in this crazy presentation?
We're down to our last item actually. We're on
the Super Mario Brothers
3D
medley
remasters.
Oh.
Yeah, Super Mario. You skipped a part. You skipped like a tiny little bit. It's easy to miss. But yeah, we finally, after all this time, after all this speculation, we finally got the Mario 3D remasters. It only took Nintendo months.
Yeah, remasters in quotations. I'm glad that Sunshine will be in 16:9 and that it'll be in HD and everything. We don't know what the frame rate is, so far as I know. It's, you know, probably 30, but it'd be nice if it was 60. But Mario 64, still squished in its little box.
Yeah, poor Mario 64. I'll say, I personally wasn't too upset with this, but I also had low expectations. I didn't expect Nintendo to do much past, like, just porting the games and making them HD.
Yeah. That's, you know, what's really weird about Mario 64's aspect ratio, you know, still being the way it is the fact that, you know, with GigaLeak that recently happened, people found the source code for Mario 64. It still exists, so Nintendo has it. And, you know, within a day of discovering that stuff, somebody took Mario 64 and put it on PC, made it HD, full screen, 60 FPS. It's, you know, Nintendo themselves really ought to be able to make Mario 64 as presentable as it can be.
Yeah, I mean, Gosh, you got people online that made freaking Mario 64 60 FPS HD, like 24 player co-op. Like,
Yeah.
like, and Nintendo's like, we can't do that.
Yeah, the one with the texture packs that made it all look like their promotional art too. That was pretty cool.
Nintendo clearly wasn't putting their all in on this. They can't even blame the virus. We know they've been doing this for a while. They've been trying making this game. But I'll say the release date is what really caught me off guard.
Yeah, it's releasing in 2 weeks, and we just officially learned about it today. That's wacko.
Yeah, that really tells me they meant to announce this a while ago. Either that, or they're just really banking on everyone just knowing about it right from the get-go.
Well, speaking of banking, this game, for some reason, it's also a limited release. Like we mentioned before with Super Mario 35, they'll pull it off the online servers come March 2021. They're doing the same thing with the physical and, from their wording, maybe also digital version of Super Mario 3D All-Stars. And I have to wonder, why would they even do that?
Yeah, like what you said with Mario 35, where they're just trying to get people to buy Switch Online. Like, I understand that. That makes sense if that's what their goal. But, like, there's no benefit for them by pulling this game. Like, why can't they just keep it out there? It's Mario. It's gonna make money forever.
Yeah, that's Mario titles. New Super Mario Brothers U still, gets sales, and pretty good sales at that, even to this day. So why on earth? Why on earth? It might be, and this is, I don't know if this is like tinfoil hat stuff, but maybe they'll introduce 64 and GameCube games to the online service down the line, and they don't want Mario 64 and Sunshine available to buy at the same time for some reason.
Ooh, that actually sounds pretty probable, considering the fact that they took the Pikmin 3 off the Wii U eShop, like right when Pikmin 3 for Switch got announced.
Yeah, well that's almost, it's kind of a bizarro scenario, because with Pikmin 3 and Tropical Freeze, Nintendo obviously did it because those were games in the Selects line, so people could get pretty much the same game for $20 instead of $60. But in this scenario,
exactly what I did with Tropical Freeze.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I got Tropical Freeze far before it was on Nintendo Switch, but I digress. In this case, it would be, this Mario collection is $60, I assume, but then the Nintendo Switch Online service is, what, $20 a year? So you'd get Mario 64 and maybe even Sunshine or Galaxy or whatever for that amount, roughly? Like, how does that translate to more dollar bills? I don't think I fully understand here.
Yeah, like the only thing I could really think of is just trying to create a sense of urgency, trying to get, especially for the holidays, trying to get everyone to just be like, oh, well, if I have to choose between this game and this game for Christmas, I better get Mario because it's not going to be around forever, while this other game will.
Oh, you know what? That's actually probably a solid strategy. I didn't even think about that, because Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 are supposed to be launching by the end of this year, so maybe that's Nintendo's way of saying, be sure to get our latest release, and maybe a Switch if you don't have one already while you're at it, because, while these consoles, they can only come out for the first time once, sure, but they'll always be around. Whereas with this, game, the physical version at the very least, I hope they don't take it off the eShop. With the physical release of this game, you have to get it at the end of this year, so get to that, I suppose.
Though, if we're being honest, with Halo Infinite no longer being a launch title, Xbox isn't much of a threat anymore. I don't know how many people are going to be itching to get Halo or get Xbox day one.
Xbox is a weirder, larger, separate conversation for another time.
Yeah. So with the back to the remasters though, would you say how do you feel about it? Would you say you're upset, or is it kind of what you expected?
It's pretty much what I expected, except, like, ironically enough, a little bit. I guess it's a little bit less and a little bit more. I didn't expect to get the full soundtrack to each game on the cartridge itself. That's a really nice touch. But I also expected at the very least that Mario 64, along with Sunshine and Galaxy, would be put in full screen and, all that jazz. But here we are.
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing to me. That, like, it seems like such an easy thing to do. I don't know why they wouldn't. I'll say, I saw a lot of people online saying how, like, Mario 64 has to be updated. Like, it has to look like Odyssey does now. And I wasn't expecting that from the get-go.
No.
But I feel like a lot of people are going to be upset now.
No, I honestly, Mario 64 is so simplistic in many, many aspects. I feel like 100% of its charm, not 100%, maybe like 70 or 80% of its charm comes down to its visuals.
No, it's 100% what I was saying. I love the polygons so much that's why I'm not that heartbroken. I think it would have been cool to see a lot of the levels, like, redone, but it's not a big enough deal to where it really matters to me.
No.
I'll say, one thing that they haven't shown yet, but I have a good feeling it's not going to be a thing, is the blue coins in Sunshine, I think, are still going to be an issue. I don't think they're going to fix it.
Oh, yeah. All of the issues from these games are still going to persist, but that's, you know, when it comes to preserving media, that's part of keeping it in its original state, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. I think when I replay through Sunshine, I'm just really gonna have to keep track of what blue coins I have and haven't grabbed.
Right.
But the biggest down thing that gets me down, it's something I knew was gonna happen, and it's that we didn't get Galaxy 2.
Yeah, that's a weird omission.
Yeah, especially afterwards, where they're like, oh look, you can play pretty much every Mario game on the Switch now. And it's like, cool, where's Galaxy 2? Where's one of the best Mario games you've ever made?
Yeah. There's no Galaxy 2, none of the pre-Wii U, new Super Mario Brothers, no Game Boy games, no Game Boy Advance games, no original Paper Marios or Super Mario RPG. There's plenty
well, let's be real.
Mario porting to be done.
Let's be real, almost every Game Boy Advance Mario game is just the Super Nintendo and NES ones.
Yeah, but, you know, they're still fun.
I wouldn't mind a Superstar Saga, though. They could put that on there.
Oh, yeah. That'd be, you know what? I know that it didn't sell well, the remake on 3DS, because, you know, you can play the original, which looks better anyway on your 3DS, the DS version.
Agreed.
But if they like remade Superstar Saga completely with like 3D models and running at 60 FPS and all that, that might actually be a fun release.
See, I don't think anything could top the original for me, because my favorite way to play it is on the GameCube, the little Game Boy player on the GameCube.
Yeah.
Because that's the way you can, since the second controller can control anything the first controller does, you can just make the game co-op by doing that. Yeah, I'll say, because when I eventually get to streaming that game, like, yeah, I'm doing it as a co-op. We're gonna set up the Game Boy player and everything, and just one person controls Mario, the other controls Luigi, and to me, that's the best way to play the game. So whether they re-release it or not, I don't think that can be topped.
You know, I'll probably
no, but
I'll just quickly say I'll probably make a video about this in the future, but the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance players were so freaking brilliant, and I was so sure that the Wii U would have gotten a 3DS player eventually, because the 3DS was selling so hard and you could use it as a controller for Smash Brothers. So I was just like, weird that never happened.
No, I love my Game Boy player. I remember I missed New Year's one year because I was so busy playing Mega Man Battle Network 5 on my Game Boy player that I played it until like 2 in the morning and realized I missed the New Year's ball dropping. It was that good. It was that enticing. But yeah, I feel like back to the Mario 3D remasters, I feel like the biggest hit against them was honestly the fact that we just knew about them for so long. Like, I saw so many people just speculating, like, we're gonna get the game remade, we're gonna get all these little additions, and it's obviously when you give people like 2 months to make speculation videos, like, their expectations are gonna be through the roof.
Yeah.
Anyone who's sad, like, just don't have that high of expectations for Nintendo when it comes to ports and collections, because 90% of the time they do the bare minimum.
That is for 100% certain.
Although,
but you know, I think now here's a question for you actually. Do you think that this is everything for Nintendo this year?
ooh, that's a toughie. I think big game wise, or I'll say release wise, like when it comes to first parties, I do think this is the last we're gonna get. But I think there's more Nintendo news that we'll get before the end of 2020. Like, I think that we will see a second trailer for Breath of the Wild sequel before the year ends.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. What really weirds me out about this whole situation is, because you've got the Mario 3D Collection is coming out this month, and Pikmin 3 is coming out in October, and you've got a couple little budget titles like the Super Mario 35 and whatnot sprinkled in there. But so far as we know, there's nothing lined up for November, which is the big release window for holiday titles.
Yeah.
And in the past, they've also had December releases too. But, I guess that's a little bit much to ask with these, situations. And with how frequently we've been disappointed by Nintendo this year, I think it's foolish to even expect that there'd be, anything else besides what we've just gotten announced in this Mario Direct coming anytime soon this year.
Yeah, I actually expected Mario 3D Remasters to be the November title. Like, I wasn't expecting a freaking 2. I thought Paper Mario Origami King having like a month between like the reveal and release was crazy. So I was not expecting a 2-week release between the 3D remasters. I really thought it was going to be our November holiday title.
I am kind of same, actually. Actually, what I figured was that we'd get the 3D Mario collection, maybe... Like, I figured it'd be in October or November, just because that's closer to the Mario 35th anniversary, like, actual date. But they went for it. They went for the week of Super Mario Bros. Actual release.
Props to them.
Which
it's
is cool.
Especially nice because I'm actually, the entire week of, that entire week, I'm actually taking off work, like, the week after that Friday. And so I'm going to have a whole week to just sit at home and stream and play these games. So, for me, it was actually perfect timing.
That'll be fun.
But, when does that, the new Pokemon DLC come out? Or is it already out? Like, the second part?
That is a good question. I don't
maybe
know.
That's their...
I don't know if they revealed.
Maybe that's their November thing.
Yeah. That could be it. And also that, what's it called? Pokemon Unite. That MOBA that's being made by Tencent doesn't have a release date yet.
Don't remind me that's a thing.
Yeah,
I was like, the
no
fact
kidding.
that they had to do a whole second part to their Direct just to show that made me groan. I really wasn't expecting much, but that was below even my lowest expectations. Oh, fun little tidbit. Did you...
When do you suppose...
Did you see the latest hashtag that was trending for Pokemon?
I did. That's such a sitcom-y kind of situation to find yourself in.
That was freaking... my fiance told me about that, and I thought it was the most hilarious thing. Yeah, but you know what? I bet it wasn't the first time that hashtag was used.
Probably not.
I'll just say,
just
based on
traction.
the Pokemon community and their fan art speed.
There's no underestimating the internet when it comes to lunacy and degeneracy, but that's a topic that I will not get into.
Yeah, no. I purposely didn't say out loud what the hashtag was because I wasn't sure.
What do you mean, Pokemon
what
Master?
Any last little bits you want to add?
Actually, since we've already gotten this far on the topic of Nintendo and the rest of the year, when do you think we see new Pokemon Snap?
Oh my gosh. That was announced. Was that announced before or during all this virus stuff? That was announced during, wasn't it?
It was during. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's probably not delayed too much by this. I have a feeling that's gonna be I'm just gonna throw out there spring 2021 is what I'm expecting.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Well, you know what I'm most excited about? I'm excited to see a Pokemon game where they actually put effort into the environment.
Yeah.
Like the detailing and how it looks.
The trailer does look beautiful, which is, fingers crossed that the final product turns out good, because Bandai Namco, they're really good at doing stylized stuff, but with the realistic stuff, like, you remember the visuals in Pokken Tournament, right? And the visuals in Jump Force and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Yeah.
They're not the best. So hopefully Namco puts all their effort into making these Pokemon.
Well, I mean, based on what I've seen already, it already looks like phenomenal. I mean, honestly, like, it looks leagues above normal Pokemon, but that's really not saying
right.
much. I have such a deep love for Pokemon Snap. Actually, a couple years ago, I bought Pokemon Snap from this guy on like he messaged me on like Facebook asking if I wanted Pokemon Snap, and I was like, sure, why not? And he had me meet him in like an abandoned parking lot at like 1 in the morning to buy it. To buy it from him, and it was just like only our cars. And I went in there, and he was just like, here's Pokemon Snap, and I gave him $20 and went about my way. But no, like driving back, I was like, man, that probably wasn't my best idea. Like that could have gone so south.
Pokemon
but no,
Snap,
this guy
that
was
could
just
be like code for drugs or something. Like, hey, meet you at the back alley. I'll get you some Pokemon Snap.
No, I was happy. You know, I was much happier with actually getting Pokemon Snap. But no, looking back, I was like, that probably wasn't my smartest idea. But hey, I got Pokemon Snap out of it.
I wonder if anybody has.
I don't even own a 64. I just wanted it.
I wonder if anybody has those printers from Blockbuster. That where you put your Nintendo 64 cartridge in and you could print your Pokemon Snap photos from. Those things were sweet.
God, can you imagine how much those sell for?
Yeah, you know, that's what I'm saying. It's probably a lot if anyone has any of those. What'd make me even sadder is if it was like, you know, Blockbuster foreclosed and they just sort of put all that old stuff from their storage into a cesspool somewhere.
Oh, that would make me sad. You want to get to wrapping this up?
I do. Maybe sometime in the future, closer to the end of the year, we could make a full video outlining our ideas and thoughts and hopes for Nintendo next year. But for now, we got some pretty cool Mario stuff coming.
Finally, a good Nintendo Direct. It's been long enough.
Amen.
Well, not the general Direct that I don't know if we'll ever get again. But it's nice to have a Direct that people are actually excited about and talking about. And I think they had a pretty good... I mean, like... They had a bit more than I was expecting them to. And most of it's smaller stuff, but even the smaller stuff's pretty exciting and really cool. There wasn't anything that I was really groaning at or thought was dumb.
Yeah. It was pretty good all around.
And I mean,
I myself don't really care for all the merchandise and collectibles, but you know, I don't hate that it's there. You know, well, I really don't.
Oh yeah, me too.
I don't really hate any of the like mini directs or anything we've gotten, but they have sort of, on the whole, felt like a waste of time. But this didn't.
I think the first partner showcase was the only one I was actively like, what the heck? All the other ones were like, it was smaller stuff, but I don't think it was bad.
Yeah.
Like, if that first one didn't have Shin Megami Tensei, it would have been complete garbage.
Right.
But, yeah, no, I think overall, I'm excited to play the 3D remasters in 2 weeks, and my wallet is going to be completely empty, because, yeah, unlike you, I am going to be getting almost all this Mario merchandise, and probably have to work my butt off on the Nintendo whatever. They're not Club Nintendo to get all that Mario merch, mostly the pins. I really want those pins.
Well, Godspeed, Palamation. Speaking of which, everybody go subscribe to his channel.
Yeah, and no, I appreciate all that, and definitely go watch Talking Socks channel.
Okay, so say goodbye to the people.
All right, bye, people.
It's been fun. It's been actual. It's been satisfactual.
I need to make a trademark on that. Copyright, whatever you call it.
It's different. It's reworded.